$200 from the surf club and diner sales alone. And Colin reckons there's heaps more orders on the way. At this rate, I reckon we'll have the helpline up and running by next week.
Gloria Carson asked me to give you a call. She needs somebody to cover a shift.
Yeah, look, I'd love to, but I don't think I can.
Well, the thing is, we just had an MVA come in and everyone's really run off their feet. Could you grab another nurse and give meds to Mrs. Perkins and Mr. Harvey? Also, I need you to do a BSL for Mrs. Shutt, and she's due for her insulin.
I was just making Mrs. Sharp's bed and I found Mrs. bed sheets.
No wonder she arrested. Who gave this to her? James.
How good was that breakfast? I could quite easily go another one.
Yeah, but then I'd have to roll you out the door.
What happened to the good old days of being able to use eating for two as an excuse?
People figured out it was a con.
Did you see this? There's an article on Cassie in the helpline.
Oh, that's good publicity.
Yeah, people are really getting behind it.
You all ready for your first day?
I think so, yeah. We've only got one counsellor on, but I think that should be enough. Anyway, I better get down there, so...
Well, tell Cassie I said good luck.
See ya.
Yeah, good luck.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, I'm just a bit tired. Yesterday's shift was huge.
Yeah, all that saving lives would exhaust anyone. Why don't we pack a picnic and go down to the park for the morning?
Sounds perfect.
Hi, is James around?
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, Rach, I'm here.
Hi, can we talk privately, please?
Is everything okay?
Yeah, it's about work.
Oh, I'll go for a walk.
James, we found the empty vial of insulin that you gave Mrs. Sharp last night.
Yeah, so?
Well, were you aware that it was the wrong medication? It's what induced her cardiac arrest.
Well, everything's all ready to go in here, and you're okay to do the whole shift?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Hey, guys. Hey, Maddie, this is Brian. He's the counsellor today.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Cassie's done a great job setting this up, hasn't she?
Yeah, it's really cool. So, when do I get to answer the phone?
Well, Dan and I have scheduled a training workshop for next week, so once we've set you up with some skills, you'll be ready to go.
Yeah, until then, only the counsellors get to take the calls.
No worries.
Hey, did you see this?
No. Well, filling a real need in the community, student crusader Cassie Turner has set up a helpline specifically aimed at young people. Speaking from her own experience as a victim of domestic abuse, Cassie believes many teenagers would rather deal with anonymous counsellors than go to family or friends.
I didn't know they were going to put that in.
That's why people call these lines. They're desperate to talk to someone who can understand what they're going through. If you ask me, it's a good thing.
Well, Coastal FM said they do an interview as well, and we also sent flyers to all the community groups.
Oh, let's just hope one phone's going to be enough.
I can't believe this is finally coming together.
If you weren't up to the shift, then you should have said no.
You guys were desperate. You were already short-staffed. You had a serious MVA. I just didn't think I could.
All right. How did this mistake happen?
I'm not sure. I was in a hurry.
What, you didn't bother reading the label?
Of course I did. Well, I thought I did. I was confused.
Please don't tell me that you had been smoking. And you still went in and treated patients.
Only because I wasn't feeling that bad.
You said that you'd given up.
I have. It was a one-off.
James.
I was seriously stressed out, all right? I'd had a huge fight with Kim. Kit was angry with me. I know this is no excuse. But I'm sorry. I never meant for any of this to happen.
Well, I'm sorry too. I have to submit a critical incident report to Dr. Olivetti.
Isn't there any other way?
You put a patient's life at risk. I don't have a choice.
Well, at least let me tell Kit first. She deserves that much.
All right. Come by the hospital after lunch and we'll talk to Jeff then.
You know what they say about washed pots? The same goes for phones.
I didn't expect 1 million calls, but I thought there'd be at least one.
It's the first day and it's still early. Can't expect too much.
So, what's the hardest thing you have to deal with when people ring?
I don't know. I guess there's been a couple of occasions when I knew we weren't going to be able to help in time. Sometimes people call and you just want to lift them out of their troubles. You know, you spend hours on the phone with them, you put them in touch with support groups, you make appointments for them, and then they don't follow through.
That's really sad.
Yeah, they think something's wrong. Maybe they even know it, but they believe things will get better on their own. But for every person in that situation, there are plenty willing to make changes. Maybe just not right this minute. Look, guys, stay here by myself if you want to go do other things.
Thanks, but I'd kind of like to be here for the first call.
I had a feeling you'd say that.
Hey, would anyone like a tea?
I'd love one. Hello, Summer Bay Helpline. They hung up.
Well, they didn't say anything.
Nope.
Wrong number?
Maybe. Or maybe they didn't like the sound of my voice. It happens. Don't worry. It'll pick up. You know, meanwhile, we should use the quiet time to get fully organised.
I'll make that tea.
Is she gone?
Yeah, she's gone.
So what was that all about? It seemed very tense.
Mrs. Sharp, the patient from yesterday.
The one you saved?
Yeah. The thing is, I might have saved her, but I was also the reason why she arrested in the first place.
What do you mean?
I made a mistake, Kit. I gave her the wrong medication. It could have been fatal.
How?
I was stoned. I smoked a joint before I went to work. It was only one joint, I swear.
You lied to me about giving up.
I have. It was a once-off. I was so stressed. I just needed a smoke to calm down.
Yes, I know how it works. I'm a recovering alcoholic, remember?
It won't happen again, I promise.
I trusted you. I chose you to be my birth partner instead of Kim because I trusted you.
And you still can.
How? You lied to me about the drugs. You almost killed a patient. How can I possibly trust you?
Where are you going?
Out.
Kid, I've got to see the CEO of the hospital in a few minutes.
Well, you better go then.
Everything's going to be okay, isn't it? We can work this out, right?
I don't know.
Kid, listen to me. I can make this up to you, I promise. I'll do anything.
Go to your meeting, James.
Hey. You okay?
You were right all along.
What about?
James is still smoking.
Right.
Now he's in trouble with the hospital because he went to work stoned and nearly killed a patient.
Kid, look, I'm sorry.
He told me that he wasn't going to do it anymore. He promised me that he'd given up.
Look, he smokes dope. That's what he does.
I thought he loved me enough to stop, but I thought I was enough.
Hey.
Yeah, maybe people don't know about us. Maybe I didn't do enough publicity.
Maybe you did. Hello, Summer Bay Helpline. You're talking to Brian.
Totally confident.
Yeah, no, of course. No, everything's totally confidential. So, what would you like to talk about?
I need help. Please. I'm having a bad headache.
Yeah, it's good to know you've got the number if you need it. Thanks for your call. It's our first official prank call.
Is that all they think this is for?
Oh, look, you always get a few. I just train myself to be polite these days.
Yeah, but this isn't a joke, you know? People actually need this service.
Okay, why don't you guys take a break? Grab some lunch while you're out.
Good idea. Would you like anything?
Yeah, whatever you bring back's fine. Seriously, Cass, you can't let it get to you.
Brian's right, you know? It's not worth worrying about. I just really thought the helpline was a great idea, you know? And it is. You just have to give it time.
Hey, Tanner, have you had any calls lately?
Get lost, Erin.
Brian sounds like a real spunk.